Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the SC9TV podcast for Sleepy Hollow, Season 2, Episode 17, Awakening. I'm your host, Dom. With me is my lovely co-host, Clio, with a red rose. Roses are red.
In this episode, they're black. Witches are bad.
They're not coming back.
I was going to say Henry's back. Well, no, he's not back anymore.
Down below is Pat and Michelle.
Hello.
What up?
Hello. What do you got there, Michelle? What kind of beer is that?
A nice Indian Pale Ale.
Ooh.
For you craft beer drinkers out there, BBC, Berkshire Brewing. Very good.
Excellent. So, we are one episode away
We are.
from the finale. Next week is the finale. What did you guys think of this episode?
Oh my god. You were right, Dom.
I was right! Did I not call that?
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to brag about it, but you know what?
I was like, God damn it.
Dom.
I didn't.
I wasn't going to brag about it, but
I
Now
totally
that,
didn't.
now that you
think
mention
this
it.
was the show to time travel. I really didn't.
I didn't think it would go that direction either at first, but I guess anything is possible. I mean, we've seen.
Anything's possible when you got witches around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and a man from 200 years prior.
200 centuries prior.
200 centuries.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
200 centuries prior. That's awesome.
Yeah. The best part about that, for me, was as soon as she gets there, they start playing Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones.
Yes, it was exactly the same as when Ichabod came to our Sleepy Hollow.
Exactly, but they played the actual song, right?
Play it just for Michelle and be like, yep.
Because I was like, wait, what do you mean? And then I'm like, oh, wait.
They played the actual song by the Rolling Stones in our present day, and then they played a violin cover of it in their time, which
And the same
felt
girl
much
was on
appropriate.
the sign, and she almost got hit by a carriage.
Oh, it was great.
Oh,
It was great.
I saw the sign.
Yeah.
Sleepy Hollow.
Yep. So, I don't know, we'll get into the whole time travel discussion for the end, but beginning the episode that they're going off, they're looking for other copies of the Venestella books and stuff, you know, that they lost. Do you think there's any copies of them out there anywhere?
I don't think so. Enoch's Bible? I don't think that's a thing.
Well, Enoch is what was he in the Bible? He wasn't mentioned in the Bible. I don't remember who Enoch was exactly.
No, I know, but his version of the Bible, I don't think is a thing.
Right.
So I'm guessing those were like the only copies because they contain such important information that getting in the wrong hands would be bad.
Yeah. Oh, so Enoch was the ancestor of Noah from Noah's Ark, and the reason I remember that is because I've watched a lot of Ancient Aliens. That's where there's a lot of mention of Enoch on that wonderful...
On Ancient Aliens?
Yes, that wonderful, very accurate documentary show on the History Channel that is documenting the history of all the aliens that visited us in the past.
Is Noah
That
a
is
Cree?
not sarcasm.
No.
Noah could be a Cree.
Is
we don't
Noah
know.
a Cree?
He very well could be. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any copies of the Fen and Stella out there anywhere.
Yeah, any
however,
books for the Fen and Stella.
I don't doubt that there's not a backup archive hidden somewhere, but they're not going to be books that are located out in the open. I believe that there is going to be some way for them to retrieve these books somehow, and
I agree.
with the mention of time travel, there's always that option as well. So
because they'll be in a place where Jefferson is still alive.
yeah,
Or they can go back to the point in time where, right before it exploded. Who knows what can happen, but they could go back to the point right before they detonate.
Yeah. So we saw a lot of Henry this episode. We also bidding farewell to Henry in this episode.
Yeah, that was...
Which, I'm so upset by this, because if this is really the end for John Noble, he's one of my favorite actors. My favorite of all time is Robert Carlyle, who plays Rumpelstiltskin on Once Upon a Time. But John Noble, ever since I saw him in Fringe. No, it was in Fringe.
Lord of the Rings.
Where I realized how good of an actor he really is. Because he's able to play that oddball, completely wild character, and for you to play a character like he did in Fringe, when you're not like that at all, do it that convincingly, that takes a lot of talent.
And for me, that's not what proved he was a good actor. It was that I can fucking hate his guts in Lord of the Rings and love him to death in Fringe.
Who was he in Lord of the Rings?
He was Denethor. He was Boromir's father. Boromir Faramir's father.
Okay.
Complete douchebag.
Well, yeah.
He did go insane, so maybe it wasn't all his fault, but you know.
Yep. So in this episode, he kind of recruited Katrina to help him on this this quest to reawaken a bunch of time-lost witches.
He did not have to try very hard.
He did not.
He played that sun card to mother card.
Well,
that card.
It was between that and the same point that I think with Solomon kind of corrupting her a little bit.
Yeah.
Up, game over. That's it. You know.
Yeah. We started thinking with Solomon, like,
well,
I haven't been using my full potential, and then it's like, well.
She also summoned him to her house with blood magic, so I mean, she's already going down that path.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like Pat said, because of Solomon, that's why she's so dark.
Solomon essentially unlocked that blood magic.
Well, he brought it to her attention, like, you haven't seen your full potential, let it be known. And then she's like, let me explore.
Yeah, and then she basically breaks things off with Ichabod, and
really violently.
Ichabod's like, no, Abby's like, what if she's under a spell? No, she made her choice or whatever. Like, really? You're not even gonna consider, with everything that goes on in this supernatural town that you live in, that a spell might possibly be the culprit here?
I think
you dismissed it way too quickly.
But it's not.
It is, though. It is. It's what Solomon did.
Solomon didn't do anything.
Yes,
no,
he
didn't put a spell on her, no.
He did zap her.
He did. He brought her dark side out. You saw her eyes go white.
Yeah, but
yeah.
If we are to believe Solomon, that was there before. All he did was be like, I see it. There it is. Now you see it too. That's all he did. He didn't do anything.
No, see, I think the thing is, it was there, but he activated it. Much the same way that they're trying to activate all these other witches in town by using the bell, and that's what this whole awakening thing is. They're trying to activate all these people. These people you saw, they were walking around, the same eye thing happened to them, and all of a sudden they whipped their heads back as soon as they heard the bell. It's the same thing. It's there all along, but you're activating it. So it kind of is a spell almost. Because if you didn't activate it, she never would have done that.
I don't know, maybe.
But then again, something else would have probably brought it about, because she's a powerful witch. So.
Could be, but like I said, they're trying to bring back this whole coven of witches in modern day time. Like, what do you guys think of that whole thing? Like, what is that going to do to the world?
1,000 witches.
Dangerous.
The supernatural world won't be a secret anymore.
No.
If you have 1,000 witches, unless it's like Doctor Who and everybody just willfully forgets.
It could go either way, I guess.
But it depends on what these witches do. By the way that they're going to act, it seems like they're going to enslave humankind.
Mm.
And the other notable thing, we had this whole thing going on with Irving, right? We had that all go down, and there was one thing that he mentioned, and he's like, bring me my family, what they're like, what was it? Not Ab, what's her sister's name?
Jenny.
Jenny was like, yeah, your family doesn't want to know you. He goes, yeah, just wait until the bell or something, or it seemed, I forget the way he worded it, but the way he worded it seemed like they are also witches.
Yeah. Descended from witches.
Yeah, so, like, whatever's going on, they're going to be affected by this.
Yeah.
which kind
Yeah,
of...
I actually forgot that he had said that, but yeah, he made it sound like they have witch ancestry. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't draw on it. They didn't make like a big deal out of it. It was just kind of something that was said in passing, but it's something that was said. You can't deny it. So
yeah,
it seems like something that's going to be a major hook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
I know these witches, they're going to do some serious damage.
That's just it. They're not.
Yeah, well, that is if they come about, because like Katrina sort of abandoned that plan.
Well, not technically, because in theory, if she goes and saves Henry, then the plan could still go into effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true.
Because if she saves Henry before he gets corrupted, then he could technically, because he was kind of evil when he was a kid, so it could just bring into the effect of, him trying to have the coven gain power, not having to deal with Moloch.
I wouldn't call Kid Henry evil. He was trying to protect himself. Teenage Henry was probably on the verge of evil.
Sure. As a kid, no, definitely. As a kid, you don't really know. So
yeah, but it all depends.
All for protection.
Yeah, I mean,
it's possible. I mean, any of that. Now that the time travels.
What do you think? What do you think Henry's plan with bringing the coven? Like, he's got to have some big plan. It's not just to bring the witches back and enslave humanity. There's got to be more to it than that.
He said he wanted to rule. He said not just Sleepy Hollow. He wanted to take over. I don't know necessarily.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Motivations in this episode.
If it's the
really fuzzy for me.
Moloch would do.
My theory is Moloch. Yes.
Same as Moloch. Yeah.
No, not same as Moloch. Mine is he's going to try to resurrect Moloch. He's going to need all these powerful witches to bring Moloch back.
Oh, again.
Well, why would he want to bring Moloch back?
To try to enslave Moloch, to control Moloch. If Moloch is doing what he says, the power's in his court now. No one could stop him.
That's true. If Henry really is on a high power trip, but yeah.
Whoever controls Moloch controls the world.
Well, controls purgatory in this case, but now purgatory is left for grabs. So of course Henry.
Well, I mean, if Moloch came out into the world like full time at the peak of his power, like nothing would have been able to stop him. It's only because Henry got him right when he was still gaining power, and caught him off guard and everything. So, but if Henry's able to bring him back and control him, Henry's pretty much going to be unstoppable at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I can't believe for 1 minute that Moloch is gone.
Not
for
me.
good.
I don't think that easily they would get rid of such a huge power card, but
I mean, there's always the
King
other
of purgatory. I mean,
there's always the other possibility that Moloch is alive in the past when they're time traveling, and
that's probably certain.
Yeah,
he is still alive then.
I'll predict the future.
I mean, he was the one who trapped Katrina in that time, so he must be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very interesting.
But then we saw as soon as what was the whole thing? The plan with the flint and tinder, right? They use the steel and tinder, right?
Flint and steel.
Steel. They use the steel to cut the ropes. Then the whole plan was they were going to shoot the gun, or shoot the bell, light the fuse, blow the bell up, and shoot Henry to distract him. I think they were under the assumption that he was going to stop the bullet that was coming toward him.
Yeah, but the way
they were going to destroy the bell, but it happened in reverse.
But the way that it was shot.
Did they shoot the? Did they destroy the bell?
First. No.
No, they didn't.
They destroy the bell.
Yeah.
It's still there when she.
Yeah. So I thought it was going to be Abby points her gun at Henry first, and while he's distracted stopping Abby, then Ichabod would shoot the bell. But they did it opposite. It didn't make sense.
I thought the plan was he was going to shoot the bell, and he was going to time stop the bullet, and then Abby was going to shoot him, and he was going to switch his attention, time stop the bullet, and untime stop the other bullet, and it was going to go and explode or whatever. But
I think the way I said that sounds more logical. Like, have him be distracted with the bullet that's going to kill him.
Yep.
And while he's stopping that, shoot the bell. I
thought they were supposed to shoot at the same time. But what happened was like one jumped the gun and shot early.
Yeah. But I agree with Cleo though. Like Abigail was supposed to distract Henry.
Yeah, but I think it was supposed to be shot at the same time, so Henry doesn't have a chance of stopping both.
Oh yeah, they were like.
He's got to pick which one, and he would have had to, in theory, would have been protecting himself before the bullet.
Yep.
Oh, either way, it didn't seem to go to plan because Ichabod was really upset.
Yep.
So we also have Irving now. Irving's it appears he's free once Henry dies.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think he's okay now?
Honestly, I think so. That's just me.
The hug was really creepy. Because all we saw was Jenny hugging him, and he just had a face over her shoulder that was like, I don't know, I can't trust you yet. I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of odd.
Well, after going back, but you saw even the, evil coming out of him. Black essence come out of him.
Yeah, but he's still... How do I think of this? He's still alive. He's still alive, and those 2 bullets didn't kill him. You know what I mean? Like, without the evil, I would think that he would start bleeding out.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, it could be a possibility that he was wearing some kind of body armor. We don't know for sure. We didn't see blood of any kind. We just saw him get shot in the chest. Maybe. Very well could have been body armor.
Or very lucky that the possession inside him kind of negated.
He had no soul. He had no blood.
I mean, or maybe something like that. That would be far-fetched, but maybe.
Well, if he has no soul, and losing the demon part, he still wouldn't have a soul. Like, he wouldn't get his soul back just because the demon left.
No, he would just be like a blank slate. Yeah.
No, but Henry controlled his soul.
But
okay. So Henry dies, his soul gets back to him. That would be my thought.
Yeah, he did sell his soul. That's true, to Henry. And then once that deal is done.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about
something doesn't feel right is all.
Yeah, something's a little bit off. What about Ichabod in the hardware store? Collecting all the supplies to make a bomb.
That was funny.
Just so nonchalant about that.
That was
we need batteries.
No, what's even better... No, hold on.
Bad talking from the side. Room. Here we go.
No, I love the fact he's like, oh, we're going to make a bomb. Well, that's not something you say in the middle of a hardware store. Step 1.
Yeah.
Step 2,
it's true.
A lighter does work in more cases than not. Oh, this newfangled technology, but let me get the batteries real quick, because we're going to need those.
Batteries.
But correct me if I'm wrong, don't hardware stores have, red flags when certain items are purchased together and things like that?
I'm sure they do.
I would think so, yeah, I would hope so.
This day and age, yes, because on top of it, they do it at drugstores, and they also do it at, grocery stores and pharmacies.
But
because if you're picking up certain things that can make a drug, it's a flag. I got a waiver for Mucinex.
But what Crane is trying to make is something that would have been a state-of-the-art bomb in 250 years ago. Now that's not what people would use to make a bomb.
No.
Now that probably wouldn't set off red flag because he's just using. I don't even know what he's
I don't know. I think anything that's going to make some kind of explosive, and especially involving fertilizer, many people know fertilizer is a key ingredient in bombs. So,
did they use fertilizer?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this day and age, yes, I would have to agree with Dom because of kids making pipe bombs and bringing them to school.
No, I agree.
And with the whole, that's been going on.
And
like
Abby, as a cop, should know this. Like,
Yeah.
So, if anything, the two of them should have been buying these items and split them up between the two of them or something,
Maybe because she's a cop, it's okay.
Oh,
I don't know.
Too. Or
That sounds even worse. Let's let cops make bombs, but not other people.
But maybe they did.
No, not that
part.
No,
maybe for a cop it wouldn't be a red flag. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what cops can get away with.
I would think
Not a
cop could get away with it, because why would they risk, I don't know, thinking from that perspective.
Like, there's
why
not
would they
enough
risk their
corrupt
job?
cops.
Well, that's true too.
Come on.
Still.
There's just
that's
as
the
many
point,
good
though.
cops as there are. Well, I don't want to say just as many. There's more good cops than there are bad cops.
Yeah, I would have to say.
It's
You
just
just hear
you don't
about
hear about the good cops. You only hear about the bad ones.
Well, of course, it's news.
Yes, don't get me. I agree with you on that statement. But at the same point, you have to keep in mind you should be red flagging anyone
Exactly.
that's buying this certain stuff, because what's to say they just didn't go off the deep end? The person may not be bad, but 5 or 6 concussions to the head, they might not be thinking straight.
Yep.
Can we just ask how they got the bell from the town center to that warehouse?
I don't even know, but I
Yeah.
love the creepy tie-in that they have to throw Ichabod into everything that ever happened during history that we know. It's like, yeah, okay, so the crack in the Liberty Bell, something that's famous that everybody in the world knows about. Oh no, that was Ichabod. That's me. I did that. Me. What? No, stop
thought it
it.
was funny.
You know I hate when they do this.
I thought it
That's
was funny.
so inaccurate. No, but I
like
wondered if you guys knew that.
Yeah,
It's
what happened with
how
the
did they get the
plot
bell?
I mean, listen. This is historical fiction. Is what this
True.
is.
It's
Saying
true.
that that's ridiculous is the same as saying Assassin's Creed is ridiculous. Yes,
It
it's
is.
ridiculous, but
It
that's
is
the
ridiculous.
point.
I just
Based on history.
I don't
That's
mind.
why I like this show.
I don't mind if it's used sparingly, but
Ichabods everywhere.
I'm like, you know what? I could believe the witches and the demons and Moloch and time travel, like that stuff. I can all sweep that under the rug. That's fine. But the fact that Ichabod is connected to every single point in history that we know about, he dated Margaret Thatcher. Right? It's like, what?
We're all into with every episode dealing with a certain point in history. They always
Couldn't have dated Margaret Thatcher. You mean Betsy Ross?
Yeah, whatever.
It's not even close.
It's the same thing.
It's like 200 years off.
He's best friends with Ben Franklin. It's like.
Well, you have to for a show. I mean, you have to.
Margaret Thatcher.
I understand, yes, we're going to tie in everything. I understand Ichabod's going to get tied into almost everything happening. But let's go over the fact of how the hell did they steal the bell
Out of the set
from the
town
middle
hall.
of town? The town
That's what I
green.
mean. I was like, what?
Inconspicuously. Oh, this is police business. Sorry, we got to take this.
Yeah.
They clearly had the help of Margaret Thatcher.
Margaret Thatcher is now a ninja for hire.
Yeah, she's the one that took the bell. She moved it. She was helping. Can't even set up the story.
She was the one who taught Ichabod how to make pipe bombs.
Oh my god.
And Harriet Tubman helped them move the
Sleepy Hollow's Underground Railroad.
Oh wait. Crane set that up too, didn't he?
He's actually the inventor of it.
Pat said he's
Right.
the inventor.
Yeah. It's
Bye,
absolutely
Pat.
it's
Thanks for
absolutely
that.
ridiculous. I cannot stand the Crane tie-ins.
I
They
think
they
it's
just
great.
irk me more than anything.
I love
Like I
it.
said, occasionally when it first happened here and there, like the first two were like, ah ha ha, I like that. That's clever. But now after like the 37th one, I'm like, really, you cannot be connected to every single thing in
He's
history.
not. And if we just look at the historical points in this show that matter, he's not involved in every single one. He wasn't involved in Roanoke. He wasn't involved in Salem.
Yeah,
He's involved in Roanoke now. He traveled through this time gateway to
Yeah.
he was involved with Roanoke.
whatever. Ichabod's
And
involved with
technically
everything.
inadvertently involved in Salem due to the fact that his wife was involved.
Yeah.
No, that was his mother-in-law. That would have been his mother-in-law.
Still, he's related.
By association.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like he's tied to
whatever.
everything. That's the irritating part.
I like it.
But
That's Ichabod for you.
it's true. But we're gonna get to see a lot of these things go down now because Abby herself, like I predicted last week.
I don't believe it.
Yes, you did.
You don't believe what? That I predicted
That
it?
you were right. And not
Yeah,
just that
it's
you
not
were
the
right,
first
but it
time.
happened
You
so
are?
soon.
It's
I
not
know.
the first time. I'm always right.
You're right.
I mean, not that the show.
Except when it comes to the
Peter Pan is
Flash.
always right.
Except when it comes to the Flash. Flash is my exception to the rule. There's always an exception, right? The Flash I can't predict. Just take my prediction and reverse it, and like the reverse Flash.
I think I've been doing a good job in Flash, though.
You have.
Oh.
You have. But, so, the way they're handling time travel here is the Back to the Future style time travel, where you can change the past.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not a huge fan of that, but
It's like that. I don't know.
yeah,
And it's because if you existed in that time period, you then inhabit your younger self's body.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened with Katrina. She's in the body of her younger self, so
correct.
so then there can't be two of you.
Right.
No. Just like in any, like, it would disrupt the timeline continuum if there was.
It depends.
So, I guess it's not exactly like Back to
kind
the
of
Future.
time travel you're dealing with, because sometimes having two of you doesn't cause a rupture or paradox or whatever.
It's depending if it's a different dimension or something like that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I guess this is not the Back to the Future one, because in Back to the Future there were two Martys running around and
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
like that, and,
Well, that's
and
true. That
that's
is
not the case here. There's not two Katrinas running around.
No.
But one specific thing that I did catch in the preview, the preview for next week, is because we at the end of this episode we see Abby calling for Commander Ichabod Crane, right? What happens is he comes to see her, and at the moment that he comes to see her is when he was supposed to have died, and he doesn't die. So everything's fucked now.
Yeah.
So this is what we have to deal with for the finale.
She did inadvertently stop Katrina from letting Ichabod die.
Right.
So there's that.
Right. And as we know, Katrina's whole plan is to go back and not let Ichabod be resurrected in the present day. So.
Yeah.
She said she didn't want...
That's
She
what-
goes, I should never have brought you back. I'm going to fix that. And that's when she went back in time. So we're under the assumption she's going to cancel out whatever spell she did.
Man,
So,
angry Katrina is really scary. She's such
vindictive.
a good actress.
She's very vindictive.
Oh, I agree, Leo.
Oh my god,
She is.
she is scary.
She's really good.
She's also like, I feel like something cracked. She's not herself.
No.
Whether that has anything to do with what we were talking about earlier, that the warlock did to her or not. Something's wrong. And I'm wondering if she can be redeemed, and if her and Ichabod could settle disputes.
And like come together, and sadly, I think that that ship sailed.
Yeah, the marriage ship has sailed, but what I mean is like make peace.
Yeah. No, that's
Wonder
I
if she can
agree.
come back
I
to
would hope
herself.
so, but I would hope so, but
I don't know.
we'll have to see. I know at first and foremost she'll want to set things straight with her son and all that too.
Yeah.
Mother's protection.
I don't know.
And the thing with time travel too is all bets are off. They can literally do anything they want. If they want to start bringing former cast members back that died, they can do that.
is
You know,
super true.
That's why I'd say time travel sometimes can be tricky and but
Yeah.
it's true though. They could bring back whoever they want.
Because you could do it well, or you could fuck things up.
Exactly. Create like some time.
yeah, like they could bring back Andy Brooks. You know, the actor John Chow who played him, John Cho.
Like Dandy, I really did.
You know, he was in. I don't even know. He was in some TV series recently. Mindy? No, not Mindy Project. Selfie?
Selfie, yeah, with
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I don't know what the status on Selfie is. I don't know if it got canceled. I think it did get canceled,
It
actually.
did get canceled.
Yeah. So
It got canceled right quick.
yeah. So
Southie, I wouldn't doubt it.
he was in one episode
Well,
of the
it's-
Mindy Project, and then he's currently filming a movie called Zipper right now. But outside of that, he's available. So
I want to defend Selfie because it is actually just it's a retelling of Taming of the Shrew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it
I
is?
think. Yeah. I think. Or
A modern day? I didn't.
yeah, it's like a modern day retelling of Taming of the Shrew, I think is what it is.
Yeah. So I mean, he's
my-
available from. So for all we know, they could change something that allows him to come back, and it would be great to have him back as a regular cast member. You know, for next season.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, her was it the chief that died?
Yeah,
Oh,
know?
Corbin?
I love him.
Yeah, he died in the first episode or whatever, right?
Great. He was such a good role model. He knew everything. Like, he knew everything.
Well, isn't he also in Constantine?
Constantine was canceled.
It was canceled?
Oh, Pat Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, that also got canceled right quick.
Very quickly.
There were a lot of shows this season that just did not fare well.
That was a pretty good show.
I liked the first episode, and I was not feeling the other two, so I stopped watching it. I made it through 3 episodes,
Me neither. So
but yeah. Anyway, for the next episode is called Tempest Fugit.
Fidget.
It's Latin, and it translates to time flies. It says, Season 2 of the Spellbinding series comes to a dramatic close, leaving Sleepy Hollow and its residents forever changed. Familiar faces will perish, and a key relationship will implode beyond repair.
Ooh,
I really hope that it's not the witnesses' relationship because I mean this whole show is about the witnesses. So
Right.
if that's the thing that explodes, I'm not cool with that.
I don't think it will.
I drop
Honestly,
things.
I really don't think it will be. I mean, because obviously that's why so many people probably watch the show too for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's Ichabod and Katrina totally being.
Yep.
Yay!
That's what I think. Yeah, meowie.
She agrees, no!
Yeah.
No witness breakup.
I think that's about it. You guys have anything else?
I'm excited to see the close for season 2.
Me too.
Predictions right now, final scene. Cleo.
Didn't realize that it was going to be so soon. Final scene. They come back to a Sleepy Hollow that's really fucked up, like a modern Sleepy Hollow that's really fucked up.
Pat Michelle, final scene.
Ooh, Pat, you go first.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
Say it at the same time.
I was gonna say I think that I think Katrina it'll have her have something to be doing with Henry and still with Ichabod trying to get back. We're trying to notice that Abby's still missing in trying to figure a way to get back to her, but I don't think they'll be back in Sleepy Hollow yet.
Pat?
I think Katrina gonna die. I'm gonna go with it.
I'm calling it now. Moloch. Moloch.
Moloch will
That's
finally
all I have to
rise.
say is Moloch is the last scene.
You know what? In the if they say in the past, yeah, I could see it. The fight scene on the battlefield with Moloch being there, I could see that.
I was going to say what Cleo said, but I didn't want to repeat it, so I just changed my answer to Moloch. So
you really think you both think really that they'll come back to it? I don't think they'll do it.
I think they're going to change the past, and you know what happens when the past gets changed. We've seen it enough.
Oh yeah, but
So.
I don't think they'll do it this quickly. But maybe.
I didn't think they were going to time travel this quickly. They only just dropped it 2 episodes ago, right?
Oh,
They're already in it.
they're so quick to do it. Yeah, it's true.
They just dropped the possibility of it, and we're in it.
Yeah. Cleo, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Cleomoto on the socials and on Twitch at The Cleomoto. And I think I'm going to be changing my YouTube name to The Cleomoto. I don't know, it's got a nice ring.
I like.
Pat Michelle, where can the people find you?
They can find us at Twitter.
At Twitter with Michelle, or they can find us in time and space.
That's Alex.
Michelle was totally not cooperating on that one.
I was-
You can find me.
There's a distraction cat.
I know. Shh.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenon.
Do, 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 do.
Phenomenal.
You can find us all and others on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter,
Tinder.
Gmail, and YouTube at
Right.
/ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week, we will see you guys for the finale.
Yes. My God. Oh my God, I feel bad because now
Please
she's gonna be
allow me
on. Now
to
she's gonna
introduce
probably be in the
myself.
background. And you're gonna be going. Well, at least she's talking too. She agrees.
Well, yeah, she wants to time travel.
Right.